first time ever on Disney DVD.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
Camp Rock's Demi Lovato stars in Sonny with a Chance.
That's me. You are awesome. You are awesomer.
It's the all-new Disney Channel comedy series about a comedy series.
Let's do this. It's my fun gender. Ew. Is that contagious? Hey, does this fat suit make me look fat? You're in a fat suit?
And only on DVD. Awesome bonus features including a never-before-seen episode, plus the exclusive Mackenzie Fall season finale short, and much more.
It makes me feel so alive.
It's Disney Channel's hit series, Sonny with a Chance. Sonny's Big Break. For the first time ever on Disney DVD.
I guess dreams really do come true.
Sonny with a Chance was a sitcom on Disney Channel from 2009. It was the show about a show, often considered to be the Disney 30 Rock. And for what I remember, I kinda agree. This was one of my first introductions to Demi Lovato. The most I knew about her at the time was Camp Rock and that she smiled like Chip Skylark. I didn't like Camp Rock, but I was bumping her music on the low. Keep it a buck, I bump La La Land to this day. Sorry Not Sorry is still in rotation, but that all changed with Sonny with a Chance. I remember really enjoying the show. I liked some of the cast, and I remember rocking with some of the sketches. From what I remember, this show was supposed to be the next big hit behind Wizards and Hannah Montana, but yet for some reason, nobody talks about it. So let's find out exactly what happened to Sonny with a Chance. And where's the best place to start? That's right, the pilot.
It's clear that your ever laughing is coming from the heart. I never had anyone else to call on.
The episode opens with a sketch called Dolphin Boy.
He gets nervous, better bring your mop. It's not on purpose when he blows his top. He's Dolphin Boy.
Not gonna lie, it's not on purpose. It's kind of a bar. Also, homie can't do all this in the bathroom or something. Gotta get all your dolphin liquid everywhere. Disgusting. After the sketch, it cuts to our lead, Sonny Monroe, watching along. It's here we find out that Sonny will be the newest cast member and is actively packing for it. Next, we have the theme song, and it's fine. I haven't heard it in years, but I think it's solid. I think it encompasses the vibe of the whole show pretty well. Plus, I like the ending bit. We meet up with Sonny and her mom on her first day at the studio, and they are soon greeted by the executive producer, Marshall. He shows her the prop house, which acts as the main hangout for the cast. Sonny starts geeking out excitedly, showcasing just how much of a superfan she is. While looking around, she finds one of the cast members, Zora, sleeping in a sarcophagus for some reason, and soon after we meet Nico and Grady.
I always have to play the thing that comes out of you. You played the mother, I played the baby. You played the stomach, I played the barf.
How do you play barf in a sketch?
I loved your... your...
Easy for you to say. You weren't playing the toilet.
What is this sketch even about? Amidst their conversation, we meet the final cast member, Tawny Hart.
Hi, Tony!
Yo, was she fit a swig on Sonny? Had that magazine at the ready. Sonny is thrilled to meet everyone, Tawny especially. She says she's been a fan of hers for years and sees her as a role model. And Tawny questions why she's even here.
Showed us her website.
Yeah, and we all got her photo, remember? Don't need another girl. I'm the funny girl and the pretty one. Nope, don't remember.
This is actually kind of wild. Y'all have never met, and yet you're mad enough to put her on a dartboard. Also, isn't this Demi Lovato from Camp Rock? After the tour, Sonny asks which side of the dressing room is hers, seeing how Tawny has completely taken over the whole room, while dropping some not so subtle hints about how she feels about her.
If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were trying to kick me in the face. Zora smells trouble.
So we're just gonna ignore the child in events? Also, it's shows like this that made me think that getting an event was so easy. It was one of those TV tropes I really bought into. Marshall comes in to check on everything, asking why all this stuff is on Sonny's side of the room.
Why is there gym equipment on Sonny's side of the room?
This is my side of the room? This is her side of the room?
Don't you remember? I was very clear when Mandy left that Sonny would get this side of the room.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
In an attempt to keep the peace, Sonny tries to make it work but fails. Tawny gives her some insight about how things are run. She basically tells her to stay on her side, don't touch her stuff, and don't take her spotlight. So Tawny is essentially the Nicki Minaj of So Random.
Grown people should never laugh!
She also did all this while stroking a fake cat.
If you could talk, would you scream?
Later that day, they're about to rehearse a new sketch. Nico and Grady are bickering about their costumes, and Sonny is trying her best to stay out of the way. We find out that the sketch was written by Tawny about being a queen bee. During the rehearsal, Marshall isn't feeling it and asks Sonny for some suggestions. She was apprehensive at first, but shares some ideas for the sketch.
Because you know we love the flowers.
They all loved her ideas so much that Marshall scraps the old sketch and Tawny storms off in a rage. We meet up with Sonny at her apartment and she laments about her day. Her mom encourages her, reminding her that they didn't come all this way for her to give up on her dreams. The next day, she tries to make peace with Tawny. She even gives her a present.
Oh, look, it's a fuzzy little friend for Booty Two Shoes. Aww, a peace offering? Well, now it's a million peace offerings.
I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Sonny, now visibly annoyed, says that she doesn't have to like her, but they still have to do the sketch. After some ass kissing, she manages to get her back to rehearsal, and things were starting to go well, until Nico and Grady showed up.
Oh, so you're working on Sonny's sketch?
No, it's our sketch. Used to be my sketch. Used to be my dressing room. Used to be my show.
And just like that, they're back at square one. During Tawny's rant, she accidentally stings herself. Somehow, why would this fake stinger have a real sharp point? After a lot of crying, hysteria, and a dead cat, they're in Marshall's office. He doubles down about keeping the new sketch, and Tawny still refuses to do it. Sonny is finally fed up with her shit and comes up with a new sketch that doesn't include her.
Boom buzz, sis boom buzz, Mrs. Boom buzzy buzz, sis boom buzz.
No beat, and it's kinda hard to fit in.
I have a lot of different memories with this show, and this is one of them. Zip Boom Buzz has lived in my head rent-free for years. Also, I like that instead of compromising with Tawny, she just went and did her own thing. This was Sonny's first day, and she wasn't gonna let Tawny ruin it. The crowd loved the sketch, and to close out the show, even after all the bullshit she put her through, she still gave Tawny a shout out.
And the inspiration for our last sketch. Give it up for Tawny.
Oh!
And the show ends with Sonny adding her first prop to the prop house, completing her first sketch.
Stick around. Sonny with a Chance will be back on Disney Channel's Sunday night. Now, here's more Sonny with a Chance on Disney Channel's Sunday night.
So that was Sonny with a Chance, the pilot. I liked it a lot, more than I thought I would. The characters were fun, and I enjoyed the concept. The show's humor really surprised me. It's still the typical Disney style of humor, but I argue that Sonny with a Chance does it the best. It has a bit more confidence than some of the others.
Guess what? The zoo's got a new panda?
No, I decided to sit over there. No, I saw a UFO and took pictures with your cell phone. But when you brought the pictures to the government, they were all mysteriously erased.
Okay, guys, stop this.
What does it say? Look, she wrote things on the meat.
Meat? Dead? You're
dead meat. She's threatening us.
So, because of Sonny's great idea and my need for some extra cash, thanks to a man named Bernie who made off with all of my money.
What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with me? What's the matter with... Those words didn't come out of your mouth.
Wait, Grady, I made a mistake.
Oh, no. See, a mistake is, oh, I'm sorry, sir, I charged you twice for that action figure. A mistake is, oh, we're the Titanic. That iceberg will move for us. But what you did was much, much worse.
One more time for the best adult cast playing tweens, Glee.
1 and 2 and 1 and... Whoa, watch where you're going.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm just gonna break the ice here. I'm Grady.
Oh, no. She wrote on the sausages, too.
If any of you show your faces at the oh no you didn't, I will tear you all to shreds, Sharona!
Don't just inspire
inspire kids?
Yeah, apparently I also inspire bad life decisions. I'll bet your parents are very proud.
Well, I think you should leave my parents out of this.
We're having a secret prom by Sonny Monroe.
Are you suggesting that?
That's right, a secret prom. A secret prom? A secret prom?
A secret prom?
A secret prom?
Okay, I think we've said it enough times.
Also, something worth noting, there's a moment in the episode where the producer, Marshall, is freaking out about a parent coming to the set.
Everybody, listen to me. There is a mother on her way here right now. You have to do everything in your power to prevent her from standing there without a coffee and a Danish in her hand.
It's played for laughs, but with the Quiet on Set documentary coming out, along with many others, I can't help but feel that this might have a deeper meaning. Like, part of the joke is, it's funny because it's true, if that makes sense. In the show, they would often start their episodes with a sketch, and some of them were pretty good. Dolphin Boy was decent. Really fast food honestly wasn't half bad. So you think you can pee dance was just as dumb as it sounds. Bully-proof backpack was nothing special. Granny Slam was pretty funny. Nico and Grady would dress up as somebody's grandmother in a boxing ring, but instead of fighting, they're just complaining.
Happy birthday! Did you get my $5 check? Whoa! Someone's at the door!
Gassy the Tootin' Pooch was dumb as hell.
Sorry, Chad. I was just taking Gassy out, and whenever he hears action, he does that.
I can't believe even your audience finds that funny.
That's what I'm...
Honestly felt, but it did have one of my favorite payoffs. They do this sketch a couple times throughout the season, and in one of them, Gassy dies. And they do a whole funeral for him, with a choir, casket, everything. And then when he's revealed to be alive, because of course he was, they run the whole thing back again.
That stitch is black from heaven on high. Oh, Gassy's not going to that doghouse in the sky.
What the hell is Demi doing? What the hell is this? This is also a great example of them committing to the bit. I love how everyone is affected in their own way.
Sit. Stay. Forever.
Gary and Larry was just okay, nothing special.
What the hell's going on here?
Sticky Vicky was Sonny's main sketch, and I hated it. But also, I'm biased. I don't care for gross humor.
Last thing we're gonna make is flim paintings. It's easy. You just talk up a lot of green flim. And voila!
Nasty bitch.
Speaking of her, I like how they all have their own signature characters or style. It helps sell so random being a real show. The Check It Out girls were pretty good. I remember this being one of my favorites from the show.
Check it out, girls, and we're checking out for you. Check it out.
Aren't these the Phineas and Ferb guys?
Doofenshmirtz Incorporated.
Questions for later.
The Princesses of New Jersey was funnier than I remember, but my all-time favorite was the Mackenzie Falls parody.
I can't hold it in anymore. Tell me the truth. Did you wash your hands?
Of course I did.
Lies!
Oh!
You know what this reminds me of, Loki? That Amanda Show sketch. The one where her mom was like stuck in a hot air balloon or some shit. Hold on, give me a second. Moody's Point. That's not at all what I thought the name was.
What smells like beef?
Lozenge. New flavor. You like?
Also, the theme song kind of clean. I'm getting off track. Counselor Jenny and Dan the Guitar Man was also pretty good.
Why? Because you're homesick at night.
Yes, you do.
You think your parents miss you. You're not right.
You're dead wrong.
Your mom and dad are clapping. They don't have to hear your yapping. And yes, they said not to call.
We also got a glimpse of a couple shows that are on the network. One of them is called Meal or No Meal. How does that work? Like, does only one lunchbox have food in it? Or do they all have food in it? And it just ranges between like a beef Wellington or some crackers. Polly and Pals, which is basically their version of Barney.
Aren't you a little old for this?
Is anybody ever too old for Polly?
Yeah, me. Never thought this gig would last 25 years.
I wonder if this is how Barney felt. Did y'all know that the original Barney is a sex therapist now? Yeah, real spill. But back to the show. I like the Halloween and Christmas episodes, which were mostly done as a standalone episode of So Random, which I thought was a great idea and it was a lot of fun. The cast had solid chemistry. It's honestly one of the best parts of the show for me. These were just a fun bunch of characters. They all worked great off each other, but my favorites were Sonny and Tawny, Zora and Dakota, Sonny and Chad, and we'll get to that, and Nico and Grady. One of the things that makes it work is that they all have different backgrounds. Tawny has been working since she was a child, and Nico was on tour with his one-man show before So Random. Sonny is the only one who's had a normal life. There's an episode where they lose their jobs and they had to go back to high school. And because they've never been, the only high school they knew about was the musical. Also, something else. I think that it's interesting that though they're on TV, none of them but Tawny really acknowledge that. Now, when I say that, I wasn't expecting them to talk about how famous they are all the time, but I appreciated how they didn't rely on that for a conflict or story. Now, to be fair, according to Chad, they have no celebrity.
Well, at least my show brings joy to our viewers.
At least my show has viewers.
But still, they are TV personalities and they get fan mail. Thinking about it, there was an episode where they did acknowledge their celebrity, but it was only played for laughs and shenanigans. Nico and Grady are trying to raise money for a new gaming system because I guess they don't make that much. Though to be fair, they need $1,200 for a gaming system in 2009. So they start selling stuff online, and one of the things they sell is an half-eaten meatball sub from Tawny, her used tissue, and a bunch of other stuff, which I guess must have worked out because not only did they get their gaming system, they also bought a bunch of gold chains and shit. Do y'all remember when niggas were paying for bath water and shit?
You nasty, nasty nigga.
Something else I thought that was interesting was that the randoms kinda suck. Not as people, mostly, but like as a show. We see just how low in the food chain they are, constantly being overlooked and bullied, which might be the reason they never talk about their fame. They get nothing while the Falls are getting private jets, meditation rooms, a secret menu with lobster and shit. Speaking of food, there was an episode where we found out that the Cav had sandwiches named after famous people.
Tisdale Triple Decker, the Hudgens Hoagie, the Chad.
Which one of you ladies ordered the Sloppy Jonas?
Not gonna lie, a Sloppy Jonas sounds like some shit you'd receive behind a back alley dumpster. Better take that nigga to the year 3000. I wouldn't mind a sandwich named after me. Call it the Mighty Ghost, or TMG. It's basically just a burger, medium rare, cheddar cheese, no pickles, and it's served with fries and a free copy of Let It Shine, with a cheer wine float. This honestly has nothing to do with the show, and I might be reaching when I say this, but after seeing how the randos have been treated, I can't help but think that this is what the cast of Community was going through. Not saying that these shows or characters are comparable, but seeing how Community was constantly wondering when they'll get canceled, I can see the network doing some shit like this. But yeah, no wonder they hated the Falls. They get told every day how much they suck compared to them. Plus, they don't fail to remind them every chance they get. And it doesn't help that apparently their show is really good, to which I guess checks out. They've won Best Tween Show 6 years in a row. And damn near everyone we know has seen the show and enjoyed it.
I used to secretly watch The Falls.
Who are we kidding? We've all been hooked at one point or another.
I hit bottom 3 years ago.
I've been Falls free for 2 seasons. 6 episodes. This is awesome.
I did think it was weird that they did a peace picnic just because Sonny said so. Like, I get that she was trying to be nice and keep the peace, but also, she wasn't there. They've been beefing for years. Ain't no picnic from a new girl gonna change that.
Sweet of you to put that picnic together. It's way sweet. But the bad blood between our 2 shows has run too deep for too long to be healed by a bowl of egg salad, and even the best of intentions.
I know it's played for jokes, but homie got a point. Also, them settling this with a game of musical chairs was pretty good. I loved how this episode ended.
Time for talking's over. Because So Random's on. It's my favorite show.
With that said, their rivalry with the Falls is one of the best parts of the show for me. Although it wasn't the main focus, I was glad that it never left. They balanced the show decently well, with it still feeling a little Sonny heavy, but they always give the rest of the cast enough to do so that it doesn't feel too one-sided. At least in season 1. Midway through season 2, it definitely becomes the Sonny and Chad show. One of my favorite episodes is the one where Selena Gomez cameos. Chad is making a TV movie about his life and hires all the randoms to play themselves, except for Sonny. She gets replaced by Selena Gomez. She spends the day following Sonny as a form of method acting, which might be a callback to a previous episode where Chad did the same thing following a mailman.
Okay, I'm gonna show you one more time.
Alright, I got it.
I give up. What was wrong with that one? Everything.
They go over the whole second episode, almost word for word with some changes.
Got great legs, Portland. Let's see how they move. I think I made my point.
Good.
Good.
Fine.
Fine.
Good. Oh.
After that happened, Sonny demands to know why she kissed him. Selena says that she did it because she wants to play the character authentically. I like how they use Selena's intuition as an actress to highlight the subtext in their banter and relationship. She flat out acknowledges that they have feelings for each other.
I think she's upset because of how much you like her.
Right. What? What? I'm like Sonny, where'd you get that idea?
And of course, this turns into both of them doing everything they can to prove that they don't like each other, which ultimately drives Selena crazy.
I say it better. Now, action! Action! How would you just do the stupid scene?
Not only was this a solid episode, but the meta references and jokes on other shows and their personal lives was pretty funny. Demi and Selena being friends, at least they were, had great banter together.
Well, look at me. I'm Sonny. I'm taking off the person who's playing me in a movie. And maybe I shouldn't because she can make me look really bad. Well, look at me. I'm Selena. And I would never do that to Sonny, girl.
But my favorite was at the end, when Selena references Camp Rock with the Jonas Brothers.
You know I can't dance. You gotta see my moves. You've got to send me to Camp Hip Hop. It's my dream.
Season 1 is probably my favorite, but Season 2 was solid. I will say, the theme song does nothing new besides the ending, which was kind of a letdown. So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this show. It was fun, it was funny, it had a very down-to-earth, comfy vibe. I kinda wish I kept up with this while it was still on.
Next, check out Demi Lovato in Disney Channel's original comedy show about a comedy show, Sonny with a Chance on Disney Channel.
Hey, I'm Demi Lovato from Sonny with a Chance, and you're watching Disney Channel. Who said I can't wear my Converse?
Sonny Monroe, played by Demi Lovato. I like Sonny. She's funny, creative, and comes in with a real passion for comedy. I like that she was good at her job. It helps make her character feel less one note. We see her work on her craft constantly, pitching ideas, working on characters, the works, though they do dial it back for season 2. She kind of reminds me of Leslie Knope in a way.
Oh my god, I'm feeling it. I'm gonna breakdance. Woo! Hey!
Though she's good at what she does, she still feels insecure in some places, like when she wasn't getting any fan mail, so she made up her own just to find out that Tawny was hiding it from her.
I've been hiding my fan mail. You're pretending to be your own fan? You committed mail fraud. Well, you committed fan fraud. Fan fraud's not illegal. Well, mail fraud's not embarrassing.
She could be a little too optimistic, nice, and gullible, like when she told Grady's brother that she was his girlfriend while she was actively pursuing someone else, or the time that she told Marshall to quit his job to pursue his own dreams of acting.
Can't spell Marsha without Ma. She rocks me to sleep. Yeah!
There was an episode where the studio, with the help of Sonny, sends the cast of The Falls and So Random on a camping trip with the hopes of bringing them closer. And of course, nobody takes it seriously, and Sonny gets so mad. She is so caught up in following the rules and doing the right thing that she starts sleepwalking and destroying everyone's stuff, all because she wanted them to stop fighting and take the camping trip seriously. You know, I never realized how insane this sounded until I said it out loud. Sonny might have a problem. She was one of the funnier Disney protagonists in my opinion. It really comes down to her timing and reaction.
What about these? 2 lots? It's a skirt. You know, shorts in the back, skirt in the front. It's like a mullet for your butt.
This isn't getting under a table, which is what you're supposed to do.
Oh yeah, until until you two learn how to behave and act like adults, I'm taking this chair away. Stop it. Got it. See what happens now, guys. Yeah, it lights up. It's a cool chair.
Piece of art is about a couple that takes a drive up to Lookout Mountain for a romantic evening.
Yeah, and then Bigfoot comes out of the woods and scares him.
And the guy gets so freaked out he runs away.
And that gets the girl to break up with him.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. That is the worst plan I've ever heard from the worst show I've never seen.
She can be a little overzealous, but her heart is always in the right place. She just wants everyone to be happy, even though she can end up making things worse. They even have a name for it.
You're right. You actually go way beyond meddling, which is why we all call it sunnying things up.
They even made a song about it.
That's what you get when you sunny it up.
You had to stick your nose where it don't belong, even though your friends kept saying it's wrong. Now you're wishing you had eyes in the back of your head, scared of bugs in your soup and poison in your bread. Because you sunny it up, sunny it up. Why'd you have to go and sunny it up?
That said, she can also be a dick at times. There was an episode where she kissed the guy Tawny liked, all because of a kiss cam. Like, that's a justifiable reason.
Honey, it's not what it looks like. I promise it was a kiss cam.
Boy, fuck you. Die today.
Also, Demi doesn't get enough credit. I know I said what I said about Camp Rock, but I really enjoyed her here. She gave every character she played beyond Sonny a fun vibe. And I know because of personal reasons she had to step away, but for this to be her first and only show on the channel, she did great. And I know As the Bell Rings was technically her first show, but we're not talking about that show now, are we?
Motherfucker.
So yeah, I rock with Sonny a lot. Tawny Hart, played by Tiffany Thornton, Tawny was a fun watch. She's a typical Hollywood self-obsessed it girl, but it's never overdone to the point that it becomes annoying. With that said, she can still be very annoying and low-key a menace.
I got an audition.
That's fantastic! Oh, Sonny! Congratulations!
Aw, thanks, Tawny. I didn't expect you to be this excited.
I'm not. You see, that's the kind of acting that should have gotten me an audition instead of you.
How did you not notice I'm tied up?
I don't know. How did you not notice I'm wearing new nail polish? It's a two-way street, Sonny.
The coloring, the puffiness.
Notice the boredom, the not caringness. I need you, I need you, I need you. I need you more than a flower needs rain, and more than a balloon needs air, and more than you need a spray tan.
I need a spray tan?
More than a balloon needs air.
Hell, she's so far up her own ass, she doesn't even know how she feels without looking into a mirror.
I never know how I feel unless I'm looking at myself. Apparently, I feel terrible. And pretty.
On the flip side, she's hella insecure, always leaning on what people think of her. There was an episode where a blog says that Sonny wore a dress better than her, and instead of just taking the L and moving on, she shaves her entire head.
Actually, it's a bald cap. But symbolically, yes, I did shave my head.
Looking like Megamind head ass, Jimmy Neutron head ass, Kolyoko head ass. She finna be the head of So Random. I should ease off. She got a lot on her mind. I'm way ahead of you, face ass. Alright, I'm done. Throughout the show, she becomes less of a narc while still keeping some selfish tendencies. Instead of being jealous of Sonny, she becomes more of a rival slash pseudo friend of hers. She had a pretty decent arc in the show, at least in season 1, where we get to know more about her as a person. We find out that she and Chad have been working since they were children, and this life is all she knows. Beyond being famous, she has her own dreams and goals, like being on a lunchbox.
No, it's always been a dream of mine to be on a lunchbox and to have my own line of shoes called Tawny Toes.
But underneath all that Mocha Coco lipstick is a good person. She even helps protect Sonny from being embarrassed on that talk show. Tiffany Thornton gives the best performance from me. She really embodies the character. Y'all remember the song she had with Kermit and the one from Hatching Pete? That was kind of fire. In season 2, they made her a bit ditzy, which was kind of weird.
Forward. I win!
Like, she was never dumb or clueless. In fact, I'd argue she was pretty intelligent, especially when it came to the industry. With that said, this is the same person who didn't know what an oven was.
Just put it in the rotating towel warmer.
You mean the microwave?
However, there was a part where she finds her old retainer and puts it in her mouth. Like, the fuck was that about? Since when is Tawny gross? She plays more of the background in season 2, but they do give her some stuff to do. Like when she made her own brand of skinny jeans.
One pair for each of us, how much?
$100.
A pair?
A leg, $200.
Speaking of that episode, I don't know who this man is, but the way he falls is so damn funny to me. Also, the way Chad is just lifting his leg up constantly. Nico busted wide open animal style. This was a funny episode. It ends with them singing an entire song about skinny pants syndrome. Nico is really into it, and why he got Chad auto-tuned for some reason. Also, the fact that this might be a parody of Send It On only makes it better to me. So yeah, Tawny has her problems, but I enjoyed her nonetheless. Chad Dylan Cooper, played by Sterling Knight, Chad is the golden boy of the studio, and he knows it and doesn't fail to let everybody else know it. Homie is arrogant, narcissistic, pretentious, and he's low-key my favorite character. He's hella witty, charismatic, his delivery along with his facial expressions elevate everything he says. Sterling Knight gives a great performance. Homie is hilarious.
I came here to give Gassy a little dog time, you know, run around in the grass, sniff the trees.
Yeah, it's just that, trees are cardboard and the grass is plastic, because this is a set. Handcuffs, wow. Usually you're linked together by your lack of talent. Focus on her breathing. What is that noise? Okay, which one of you has bronchitis?
Materia, the puppy, the you catching me later? You were just using me to make yourself look better. I'm such an idiot.
No, you're not. Look at how fast you figured that out.
This is why you never get invited anywhere cool.
Sure. It's the pants.
Script for this week's sketch. Maybe you should have your mommy read it to you.
Why would I put my mommy through that? Started doubting your abilities, wondering whether you were good enough and whether you deserved to be on TV?
So you've been through this?
No, but I made you think I had, which is why I'll never go through it.
Also, real quick, I don't like short hair Chad. Like, I can't put my finger on it, but something about it I don't rock with. Like, it didn't ruin his character or the show for me, but still. I don't really comment on the outfits and styles of these shows. I mean, it's a Disney sitcom. They're all essentially dressed the same. They're all terrible. I mean, what the hell is this? And don't get me started on the shit they were wearing in Shake It Up. Chad might be the biggest name in his demographic. Damn near everyone knows who he is. Homie even appeared in Glendovia. There's an episode where Chad guest stars on So Random, and of course, the randoms hate it. But if Chad is the biggest tween star in the world and So Random doesn't have the viewers, this is a practical move from the studio. Also another reason to have Sonny and Chad together. And speaking of them, let's talk about Sonny and Chad. Out of all the relationships I've talked about, this might be my favorite. So in the beginning, we see them interact, and they hate each other almost immediately.
Are we done here?
Oh, we're beyond done.
Good.
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 So we're good?
Oh, we're so good.
Sonny was cutting him down, checking his ego every chance she got, and Chad was just being a dick. He inserted himself in Sonny's feature, doesn't cast her in his TV movie. In the guest star episode, he walks in demanding the girls to make him a sandwich. And Sonny actually does. He's destroyed their prop room, stolen their food. Homie made a walkathon against books just to spite Sonny's cause. Hell, he's even shot him with a t-shirt cannon. But throughout all their banter and episodes, we see glimpses of their relationship. In the fan mail episode, Sonny is about to be outed for being her own fan, and though Chad still makes fun of her for it, he pretends to be her fan to avoid embarrassment. When Sonny doesn't get a chance to enjoy her prom, Chad offers her a dance. All this is fine and well, but shit don't get real until season 2, episode 10. Sonny gets hooked on Mackenzie Falls, and in an attempt to break her addiction, she goes to Chad, hoping he'll just tell her how it ends and she can move on.
When two people are this right for each other, there's only one thing to do.
How long have you felt this way?
Just since yesterday. It hasn't been long, but it hit me like a ton of bricks.
I guess I feel the same way.
Well, then do something about it.
Okay, I will.
Great.
Sonny, will you go out with me?
I had no idea this is how it started. It took me completely off guard, I'm not gonna lie. Though I think it was very on brand for it to come out during a miscommunication. Plus, having Chad be the one to say it was a nice touch. Eventually, after some awkward small talk, Sonny says yes. In the next episode, they go on their date. I like how excited and nervous they are. In fact, Chad is so nervous he projectile vomits on her.
Warning, lots of gross yucky slime, so maybe, I don't know, if you're a little pussy bitch, then don't watch, I guess.
The next day, Sonny is willing to move past it, but Chad blames her for it even happening.
When I was with you in that restaurant, I turned from this very cool guy on page 17, riding his horse through Malibu Canyon, to this idiot on the cover who threw up on his date.
Later, they have a moment together, with Chad going all in on their relationship, willing to put aside his ego and public image. From here on, they're together, and we get to see how they operate as a couple. And it was great, until it wasn't. See, throughout the relationship, they had some issues. And when I say they, I mostly mean Chad. We knew from the jump that Chad was a selfish bastard, but we're led to believe that Sonny would be enough to change that. And we kind of see it. Chad does go through a pseudo character arc. He's a little nicer to the randoms. He even spends a whole day helping them out. And when he was told that he was actively losing fans dating Sonny, he still held strong. But then we find out that Chad has been using a stunt double for his dates.
Sonny, I'm not Chad. I'm a stunt double, Chaz.
Chaz? That's the dumbest fake name I've ever heard. I mean, that's Vincent Adult Man level of stupid.
Okay, hold on. Didn't you already make that joke in another video?
Yeah. I just wasn't sure if anyone had heard. Sonny confronts the real Chad, and we find out all the dates that he was never there for. I still enjoyed Chad as a character, but this low-key pissed me off. I mean, this was unapologetically selfish and kind of cruel. You had to get a stand-in. You couldn't have just said, nah, I don't want to do it. Like, you had options, you know what I mean? This, in addition to not knowing anything about her during their couples quiz, leads to Sonny breaking up with him, which honestly, based, homie knew nothing about her.
What's my middle name?
Ruth.
Ruth? What's my mom's name?
Ruth?
Connie.
Who's Ruth?
I don't know.
But one bike accident later, she gives him a second chance. Unfortunately, that chance would be wasted at the Tween Choice Awards episode. So Random and Mackenzie Falls are both nominated along with some other shows.
Skateboarding boys. So you're thinking you're Lincoln.
Shut the fuck up with that shit. Okay.
The whole episode is just them trying to get through the day, none of them believing that they're gonna win. Both Sonny and Chad agree to take the high road. Win or lose, neither one will rub it into the other's face. Until, shockingly, So Random wins.
In your face, Mackenzie Falls! Yeah! Oh yeah! In your face, we won, and you thought we lose because what?
Now, what she did was messed up, but also, the Randoms have been getting dragged for years. They're kind of owed this moment in my opinion. The next day, we see Chad struggling with losing, and because of this, Sonny is struggling with winning. They do a complete 180 because now the randoms get the winner's table with the good food and all the Falls posters are getting replaced with the randoms posters. It's like everyone's status at the studio is based on awards and viewership. Chad isn't used to not being the golden boy and not having the attention on him. So, in an attempt to make things right and to get things back to normal, he orders a recount of the votes.
You know, I can't be in a relationship with someone who always puts himself first.
Oh, I did this for us, okay?
The only us there is now is between you and this award. I hope you two will be very happy together.
Sorry, are you breaking up with me? Because I thought I was helping.
That's the worst part about it. Goodbye, Chad.
Sonny, don't do this.
No, just go.
But I just...
Chad, there are no second chances this time. I'm sorry. You won the recount, but you lost me.
You won the recount, but you lost me was cold. Coldest bar in the show. That's some Thanos shit. Also, props to them. This was done so well. And it was a nice touch to have everybody come together at the end to be there for Sonny. Sonny and Chad do not get back together at the end, but they do share their signature banter one more time.
I guess I'll see you around, huh?
Yeah. I'll see you around, Chad.
Good.
Good.
Fine.
I really liked Sonny and Chad. How it was built, how they got together, and even how they broke up. It did so much for their characters while still being entertaining. Though I enjoyed their relationship, I'm glad they didn't get back together. Homie genuinely thought he fixed their problem. Nigga was looking so dumbfounded. And that's what makes Chad so interesting. Chad only views the world in one way, and that's with him at the center of it. I would have loved to see this expanded upon in a season 3. Nico Harris, played by my nigga, Brandon Michael Smith.
Oh, nigga.
Homie was solid. He didn't do much compared to the other members, but whatever he did do, it was always entertaining. Homie is a natural.
This cheese ball right here happens to represent 175 years of West Appleton High School tradition.
Not a lot going on in West Appleton, is there?
Bangs and fangs.
Oh, that's right. We all get bitten by vampires and get super cool hair.
Is your show written by monkeys?
He's a bit more girl obsessed than I remember. It motivates almost everything he does.
I now give you 3 seconds to stare at my butt.
Go, it's a trap. I wanna.
One of my favorite sketches of his was the Making Babies Cry music video.
Making babies cry, it makes me feel alive. Monster peekaboo, it makes them go.
The idea of blowing an air horn in a baby's face is so damn funny to me. If I'm that baby, this is my villain origin story. Honestly, I think this is where he shines. Hell, he was the main reason I even watched So Random. His dynamic with Grady low-key reminds me of Nelson and Kevin from How to Rock, but a lot funnier. A lot of the B-plots center around Nico and Grady, and though some were interesting, most aren't. They're usually seen scheming or playing video games. Also, is Nico playing a Sega Dreamcast? Isn't that one of their controllers? Their beef with the security guard was my favorite. Also, their beef with Chad was pretty good too. Even though it's mostly one-sided, homie barely even knows their name. I'd argue out of everyone in the group, they hate Chad the most.
Oh, really? Are you now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you like taste like chicken.
I know Chad did not just say Nico tastes like chicken. But yeah, Nico was a fun watch, and I still believe he should have got his own show. Grady Mitchell, played by Doug Brochu, out of everyone in the cast, I remember the least about Grady. Like dead ass, it wasn't until the Dolphin Boy sketch that I was like, oh, I remember him. Similar to Nico, Grady doesn't do as much as the others, but what he does do is fairly entertaining. Grady kinda just went along with what everyone else was doing, so any chance he got to do something on his own, it was nice to see, like when he starts crushing on the waitress in season 2. I spoke about his relationship with Nico, but I also didn't mind the times that he would pair up with Sonny. They had a unique dynamic.
I'm officially your girlfriend. Officially your fake girlfriend.
Oh, really? Well then, make me a sandwich. I'm just messing around. I'll go make you a sandwich.
Homie thinky Chad, hilarious. Yeah, I wish I could say more, but nah, Grady was just fine. Zora Lancaster, played by Allison Arm, or Allison Snyder now. Did y'all know she married that guy from Kickin' It? Zora is underrated in my opinion, and might be my second favorite character. I thought she was a little weird in the first half. She kinda came on a little strong, but I grew to like her more, even though she's barely around. Yeah, out of all the cast members, she appears the least, which could be attributed to her being the youngest. I low-key wish that there was a Zora Alone episode. I feel like she's always on a side quest, and I think that could have been a fun episode. Also, something I found kind of funny, in one of the earlier episodes, Zora disappears, but you can clearly see her walking with the clothes rack. And it's even funnier when you find out that she can actually teleport. Zora is the smartest one of the group. Not only is she great at math and geometry, but she's also a robotics expert. She's tricked the cast on multiple occasions. Plus, she's the first one to see past Dakota's good girl act.
Hi. Evil.
Speaking of that, their rivalry was pretty good. They do not like each other, especially Zora, barking at her and shit. We get to learn more about her in the later seasons, where she starts crushing over some random kid, which Sonny ends up ruining. They have a moment together, and we get to see Zora beyond the weird zany stuff.
Zora, I'm really sorry that I ruined things with Wesley.
Why couldn't you have just left me alone?
You know what? I should have. You were totally grown up enough to handle Wesley in your own way.
This is also the episode where Zora cooks Tawny. She had her speechless.
Hey, ladies. Sonny, how's your boyfriend? Mine's great. Oh, don't worry, Tawny. You'll find someone.
Zora is hella funny when they let her be.
At least we still have
nothing. We have nothing. My daddy thinks I'm an angel. Obviously, he doesn't have a very good sense of direction.
We'll be right back with Sonny with a Chance, starring Demi Lovato. Let's get back to the Disney Channel original comedy, Sonny with a Chance.
Sonny with a Chance had a very random guest star list. Selena Gomez, of course, Jeff Dunham was the filler security guard, and Naomi Bania from Seinfeld played the original security guard. Christina Moore plays Tawny's mother. Fred's mom shows up in season 2. Raven Simone makes a cameo as Amber Allgood, Chad's fan club president. She was great in this. I always forget how good Raven is.
2-ball corner pocket. Oh, man, this wad of money is messing up my game.
But I'm still not watching Raven's Home.
Hell no!
Lou Ferrigno makes an appearance. Shaq makes an appearance with All-Star Weekend.
Who are these niggas?
And Joe Jonas makes a cameo for the Christmas episode. Sonny with a Chance was way better than I remember. I had a great time with this one. It had a solid cast, it was funny, it had a unique charm to it. The writing was pretty good as far as Disney sitcoms go, and with a premise like this show could have grown to be one of the greats. But, unfortunately, on January 2nd, 2011, Sonny with a Chance would be cancelled. Technically, while the show itself would not return for a season 3, it would get a spin-off series called So Random, with the same cast but with Sterling Knight replacing Demi Lovato. I remember being excited for the show, but also hella confused on exactly what this meant for the characters. Check out the homie Mr. Nostalgia if you want to know more about that. If you haven't seen it, it's currently streaming on Disney+. I can honestly recommend it. Sonny with a Chance was an underrated show, and though it was gone too soon, it will never be forgotten. But hey, you don't have to take my word for it.